Hey everybody, this is Dustin, RV Specialist. I'm just looking at a Solitude in here, and it's in here for some of the step recalls and then some general maintenance. And I said to the guys, hey, what are we doing to it? They said, oh, we're doing some slide out services. And I said, oh, okay, cool. Well, on the other side, walked underneath of it, and there was a huge wasp nest. And then I come over here, and oh, they've already flown away, but I did take a picture. There was a whole mess of them up here just a minute ago. And they're also inside floating around. Let me go see if I can find some more of them. But you never know when you're going to come across, you know. Sometimes we'll get underneath these and inside of them, and we'll end up finding, oh yeah, there's some right there. We'll find black widows. So there's a live guy right there. They're also inside the coach. So I guess the vent in the bathroom was left open. And so there's some that are inside that are still alive. And then there's quite a few that have actually fell down inside and died. And you're doing the step recall right now, right?
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, Zach laying down on the job.
That's right, always laying down.
Always laying down, welding, doing something underneath the frame, the chassis. Very cool. All right, well, stay tuned for more. This is a Solitude ST346 FLS. And I'll go see if I can't catch the year real quick. But if you haven't already checked us out on Grand Design RV Owners Maintenance and Repair, please do so. It's our Facebook group that we have, and we'll show all the stuff that's going on in the shop, whether it be updates and whatnot. This guy is a 10 of 21, so it's going to be a 22. And so, you know, we show tips, tricks, things that we're working on, statuses for customers that are following us, just things that we're doing to it, and, you know, just little things that we come across, suggestions, recommendations. You know, a lot of times I always get people to say, hey, what would you do if it was mine? Well, in this one, I'd do a generator because it's already pre-prepped. But, you know, they always say, you know, what's the recommended things to do to them? We always recommend doing a lot of the refrigerator bug screens. We recommend doing the furnace bug screens, and especially like we know this unit has wasps in it. Let's see, can we see anything in there? No, not without a flashlight. Same thing with the water heater, you know. And good, somebody must have watched our article or it already broke on them, but this is a metal tab, and so we're always recommending to take off the plastic one and put the metal ones on. So often these doors, they come in and the doors just flow off, you know, whether it be high wind, the little pieces of plastic. So there's two little tips that are in here that get caught in that. And as you see how it's a smaller piece of metal right there, the two little nipples contact the little piece of metal, and then when they come up, they get caught, pinched behind in the thicker part. So when those little nubs break off on the plastic ones, then the door just, and it's gone and out of there. So this one is really good shape. I don't know what all we're going to be doing to it. We will get back to it on there and see, but I'll see if I can't get some more pictures and videos on it where we get up on the roof and take a look at it. Doesn't have any slide out toppers on this side. So if you're the owner and watching this, something that you might want to consider. We're always explaining to people that, like, on the slide out, you know, you have this wiper seal that's up there on the roof line. You have another seal that's inside on the actual box. You have this seam that's up there that's usually covered with like a Turner bond tape or a patch tape. You have screws up there. And so when you have a topper, if it was basically on this side of it, right, the topper has a mounting rail that's getting mounted that's now protecting the sealant on the wiper seal itself, the roof surface, the side of the back rear seal on top of the roof, the front seal, because it's the same molding, it just turns sideways across the length of it. So now it's going to protect this seam, any patch tape that's covered. And then the other benefit is, you know, the room, when it's hot in the summer, we always tell people, hey, go take a temperature gun and go out and measure the temperature inside the room. Well, by adding a topper on top of it, it acts like a sun, you know, like an umbrella, and it reduces the temperature from the heat getting to it. So on this particular one, I don't know. I would, you could go with black or you could go with white. Either one would look good. Oh, there's those wasps again flying around up there. Myself, since the windows are black and there's a lot of black decals and the lower skirt's black, I might say go with black, but you know, you could go with white as well. But again, it's just something recommended to do. So, you know, to recap, hey, what would you do? Generator, slide out toppers, bug screens, take the More Ride pen box hitch off and upgrade it to a Gen Y. We do a lot of those. These are also, you know, grade 5 bolts. So we would put grade 8s in there from Gen Y. Looks like he's got some type of solar. I'm not sure what kind of batteries he has in there. And so, you know, just something to think about. Keep an eye on all your Swintech slide outs. Keep an eye on all your screws at the bottom. See here, there's a missing screw. These are pre-cut every 6 inches, and there's not one down here. So I'd recommend that we, you know, get one installed at some point. See how there's a screw here closer to it, and then there's putty and stuff that's bled out. I would get that putty scraped off, because what's going to happen, it's going to end up getting in here. And oh, and my friends are back over there, my little wasp buddies. But make sure you're getting the side outs cleaned, treated, lubed. Keep in mind that when these rooms close against this surface, regardless if it's a Swintech or if it's a under frame slide out like this one, these rooms are smashed up against this. And when you're traveling down the road, it is sitting there, you know, oscillating, causing friction. When it does do that friction, see how it's worn the paint off and making marks and little pieces of plastic that are here on the actual flange. So as you go up and you see it gets worse and worse and worse, right? That is from friction, from it rubbing against these seals. So, you know, you want to go ahead and put an anti-static lubricant UV protectant on there. I know there's a lot of back and forth and people say, oh, don't put this on there, don't put that on there. Well, you know, whatever. You know, there's so many different chemical companies that make products to apply to RV seals. And yes, there's some that you shouldn't put on there and whatnot, but it's better to treat it than to not, you know. And there's the whole, oh, Dustin, the baby powder trick. Okay, well, it's going to wash right off and it's going to rub a couple times and be gone, right? So it's slide out seals. I've been on every kind of coach since they started making slide outs. Just like your windshield wiper blades on your car, eventually the windshield wiper blades are going to go bad. Well, when these guys go bad, they are expensive. They are a pain in the butt to replace. So do yourself a favor, put the UV conditioners on there, put 303 on there, put any brand of them. There's a bunch of different brands. You know, it's just more like Pepsi, Coke, Dr. Pepper. Pick your poison and apply it to it. You know, same thing with the awnings. You know, all these caps are all pretty expensive and they come as a 2-piece. So when you break one, it's usually broke the back clip of it too. So, you know, apply the 303 to your awning fabrics, to your awning caps, to all the plastics on your roof, to all your clearance light lenses and whatnot, your speaker covers, all the plastics inside, keep it from discoloring, and so forth. Let's go inside since he's out of the way. There's also a lot of debris in this unit. So if you know, he'll probably clean all this up, but this was already here before we got in here. And there's more up in here in the bedroom that I noticed earlier. So yeah, see how there's a bunch of debris and stuff in here. So same thing, it's coming from the top of the room. And you can see all of that. That's another reason why you need a slide out topper. Hey everybody. And then there's those wasps that I was saying that are dead in the shower. And there's still some floating up here and up there. And I happen to be allergic to them, so I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Anyways, there's Zach doing the other step recall. Laying down on the job again.
Always laying down.
Man, can't even do a video without catching this guy laying down on the job. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. And again, if you have a Grand Design and you need some recall work done or some warranty work done, give us a shout. Thanks again.